Hello everybody, I'm Henry Lee from blueheronarts.com. Now I'm introducing you some basic tools we use for seal engraving, Chinese seal engraving. I have a book here that shows the basic types of carving knives and their effect. Okay, the first type is called a flat knife. The knife has a flat edge, you can see, and it's a thick. It's also divided into thick and thin group types. Here's a typical flat knife with a thick blade. You can see the thickness of the knife, and this knife is good for carving thick strokes. Like this example is done with this kind of blade. And the next subgroup among the flat knife is thin blade. This is an example of thin blade. It's also flat here. The blade is with a flat head, flat edge, but a thin body, thin blade. And you can see the example here is very thin or narrow strokes, and also shallow. The flat blade knives are the most commonly used and functional ones for seal engraving. There are some other specialty knives. For example, this triangle-shaped blade. You can see this one is used for detail or last touches after you have done with the flat knife. You use this to modify strokes, but not good for carve long lines. It creates only small triangular stroke. And there are other specialty knives like one slope knife for jade or bronze. I also have this one. Is like a nail head. It's for using with a hammer or something. So we don't use any other kind of knives like you used for wood block carving. Don't use those because the material is much harder to carve. So you need basically a heavy knife like this. Hi, now I'm ready to carve a name chop commissioned by a client on my website blueheronarts.com. When we got the request, we will translate the English name into Chinese according to the sound or pronunciation. This lady's seal is Virginia, so we found those Chinese characters, and then I will check the dictionaries according to the Han Dynasty style. By the way, the lady required, her husband actually as the customer, required to have the negative or white letters on red background. It's called the yin negative style, typical Han Dynasty style. It could be narrow or wide strokes, but in white. The strokes are in white. And as you can see, the seal, Han seal, is like with an antique taste, because the time. is eroded and rusted, right? So and on the stone, we try to recreate that feeling of antiquity. So not to do the strokes as a new seal, too smooth. To hold the knife as a brush, that's the idea. You can see the illustration here. There are different ways. This vertical way or horizontal way. You can hold the brush like this or that. For small seal, I usually hold it like this. Right one, like this. Yeah. So I'll start. Remember to turn the paper backward, so you carve the negative image. It becomes positive after you turn it over, and make a stem. So I'm going to start from the top. Remember each stroke has a smooth side and a coarse side. Usually the side on your finger is the smooth. So you need to turn the stone to decide which direction. If you want both sides of the stroke smooth, you have to do back and forth, the two, to make the both sides smooth. One down, one up, and you always turn the stone. It's okay to have broken edge, very antique-like style. To make a smooth line, you need to do it twice. But not all the strokes are the same width. Depends on the composition. Now this is a first step. Just finish off, and then use a toothbrush to clean the dust. And you can start to modify or make a stand and then modify. The modification takes the longest time and is very detailed. You can use small knives. That's why I have so many knives here. I'll show you the final result after I done the modification, refinement. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.